Hello everybody and welcome to the Hunter Gatherer channel, and today we're going to talk about Samson Amsteel rope. And what I'm going to do with this rope is make a daisy chain. Now the other day I showed you how to DIY the tethered hiss strap, and that's what this is here. And you can see how these loops kind of stick out there to give you the ability to hook into them easily. And I showed a daisy chain that I had made out of Amsteel, this here. But you can see it's not easy to hook into them. You can open it up and hook into it, but it's not as easy. But the nice thing is this is so much smaller than this. So today we're going to work on making an Amsteel daisy chain with hopefully open accessible loops. Alright, so stay tuned and let's see how it goes. Here at the Hunter Gatherer channel, you wear many hats. One is, providing for the family, getting ready for winter, doing a bunch of other things. Sometimes it's working on vehicles, sometimes it's doing some carpentry stuff, and sometimes it's being a grandpa. So if you hear some rattles and some goos and ga's and mamas and all that stuff in the background, it's because my granddaughter's here hanging out today. But I thought she should learn how to make a daisy chain rope as well. So she might get rowdy once in a while, but she's just playing, right? She's like, who are you talking to? Okay, so this rope that I have here is Amsteel. And it is 7/64, and its average strength rating is 1,600 pounds for this little bitty stuff. Now, for making an accessory strap, you don't need 1,600 pound strength, but this stuff is really easy to work with, and it's super light and compact, so it's the option that I'm going to use. And like I said, I've got this one here. And it works really well. It's got the same thing that we're going to do. It's called the Brummel lock technique. And what it is you push, and I'll show you, but you push one piece through. We'll open it up. You'll push one piece through, and then you'll take the opposite side and push it through the other one. And it locks together to make a super strong knot. And see how it comes apart like that. You got one going through one, and then, so this one went through, and then this one goes through that one, and then they knot together like so, and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to make it to where the loops are open, and that's what this next piece is. So I've got this, I already cut it off, it's about 16 feet. What are you talking about over there? Actually, I got some cheat sheet here. I cut it at 190 inches, and that's and then I've got it together here. Let's see where my mark is, right here. And I've got it marked out, so it's 83 inches on one. And you see how there's a little extra on the other one? It's 107 inches on the next one. So the first Brummel lock I'm going to do is going to be at the 3-inch mark, and that'll leave 80 inches and 104. And so if my math is correct, if I do 2.5 inch after that, a 2.5 inch on the short side and 3.25 inches on the long side, it should make it open up. And that will be 32 holes will make up the whole length, with that doing 2.5 inches on the short side and 3.25 inches on the long side. I'm probably going to stop a little short at the end so we can do a berry, and I'll show you how to do that too, just to make it look clean instead of having two pieces dangling there at the end. So let's get started into this. So like I said, the first one's going to be at 3 inches. So I'm going to take and make a mark at 3 inches on both lines. Now I have a knitting needle. There's things called a fid that help you. They take these and just cut them off at an angle, and they cut these open down here too. You can buy them as a set, or you can just get some knitting needles, and it'll work too. So this stuff, this Amsteel, is a braided line that has the larger Amsteel, like this one here, has 12 strands. And you can see how that opens right up when you press it. You can see each individual strand. There's 12 strands in the larger stuff. This stuff, this 7/64 has 8 strands. So when you open this up, you want to put your knitting needle directly through the center. And you want to check it when you do that and make sure you have 4 strands on each side, which we do. Now once we put that through there like that, I kind of pull on it a little bit just to, it'll open it right up. I don't know if you can see that. So what you do is you take this end and slide it through there. Alright? That's one loop. Now I find my mark on the other side, which is right here. I do the same thing on the one that I put through it, right? So I open it up. I get this here. And you slide it through. Just want to make sure I have that even. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And you slide it through here. Okay. So you have one going through one way, this one went through that one, and this one goes through this one. You pull it tight, and that is your first knot. Now if I was doing this for climbing sticks, she's throwing stuff. If you're doing this for climbing sticks, I'd skip about 16 inches after that one and start again. It just saves you some time. You don't have to do as many. But since we are doing this not for climbing sticks, we're doing this for an accessory holder, we're going to go ahead and start working our way all the way down. I went through and marked all of them, and I'm trying to see where the colors are. Black is hard to see on almost black. So this is what we do. Push it forward. Through the center. Do it again here. Here's my mark. So this is my short one. Catch it. I was wrong. I've been putting the long through first, then the short. So I'm putting it into the short one, and then putting it into the long one. Okay, so here's the long. Hey, baby. You're being such a good girl. Yeah. Make sure that's big enough. So see, you go through all the way, and then bring the other one through. Like so. And then pull tight. See? Alright, it's baby time. And then I'll build this all up the rest of the way. But you see, it is definitely making a loop. You done with that? Huh? You're like, I'm done playing in my chair. Okay. We'll get the rest of it here in a little while. And the small end through the loop. Okay, that's the last one. And I've got these two tails left over. And if you see, it did what I was looking for. So that's pretty cool. I pretty much just did long through the short and short through the long. And I just did that the whole way. I think the first one didn't work that way. But then I figured it out as I went. And I figured that one will be just fine. So, what do you do with this end? You can leave it that way, which is fine. And it doesn't matter if you start hooking from this end or from that end. It doesn't really matter. And as you see, this end is one I started with on this other one, and this is the other end. Look a little different. This one's a little fatter, but it's just as strong. But I'm going to show you what I did. I did what they call a berry. So I'm going to take this string here, and I'm going to, or this rope, and I'm going to put it inside itself over here. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So how you do it is you take this rope here, and you just bunch it up. See how it opens up when you bunch it up like that? It just kind of gives it, it makes it fatter, right? This is all dangling down, so it's giving it stress. But we're going to make it fatter all the way through. Now you can see the difference, right? And this is going to fit right inside itself. So what I use, there's other ways to do this, but I use this wire that's for like floral arrangements or whatever. And I bend it in half, like so. Try to get it pretty snug. And then you find one of these holes over here all the way at the end, and you stick it inside there. I'm gonna start it with this littler crochet needle here, or whatever it's, what are they called? Not a crochet hook, it's a knitting needle. There we go, I gotta think about it. So, and then I'm gonna feed this right up through. You see how it's going right up inside itself? All the way to the end where we had made the opening for our loop. All right, so see that? Now I'm gonna open this up. Yeah, easy for me to say, right? Open this wire up, come on. I'm gonna stick this rope through it. And I'm gonna take this tape off the end because that'll make it a little tougher to get through. Get off me. There. And then I'm going to fold this kind of in half. And I'm going to hook it to that wire, like so. And then I'm just going to, you got to work it a little bit, kind of milk it kind of, and get it going inside itself. And if anybody's wondering, my granddaughter is taking a nap. I fed her some sweet potatoes and some bananas. Alright, so we're getting just about there. Just kind of keep milking that like so. Just about to the opening. There we go. There. Phew, it was just kind of on there. pretty tight. So, all right, we're going to pull this out. There we go. And I'm going to cut a little bit of this off because I'm trying to find something to cut on that is going to be tough enough. We'll just do it on this piece of paper. It might do all right. Because it's a little long. And this stuff is pretty tough, obviously. So it takes a little bit to get through it. All right, so I shortened that up. And now, since we've got this, you can see how much shorter it is than the one next to it. And I'm gonna just start slowly bringing it down and milking it into its place there. See, that one buried in there pretty well. We're gonna do the same thing over on this side. I'm gonna bury that one in itself. Okay, got it all the way pulled out. And now we're just gonna do the same thing again. Just kind of slowly feed that in, and you'll see that that slowly starts to disappear inside itself. And so it just looks a little more finished instead of having just a tag end hanging. So that's the beginning, and that's the end. All right, that is the finished daisy chain accessory holder. Like I said, I was looking for that look to it, so they stuck out a little bit more. Easier to get to. It'll be kind of like this, and you know, this one would work. This one just is a little bit easier, and it's going to be so much smaller and lighter than that. And I think it's probably about 6 feet long. I didn't measure it, but it worked out well. So hopefully, if you get a chance to, you can build one of these of your own. It was really pretty simple. There's tons of different videos out there on YouTube about how to do it, and it's just another option to hang your different accessories from. So when the tree is out there, you wrap your arms around, bring it out like this, and then you can drop this right through this loop. And the trick would be to take like your pack and hang it here, which will, I mean, if this was, let's see here, I'm the tree, right? If you got something, obviously you guys are smart enough to understand this, but sometimes people are visual. You got something hanging from this, that's going to keep this all tight. And then these are still open to where you can hang your equipment on it. So you just pretty much hang something off it to weigh it down, so that way it doesn't fall off the tree, obviously. So there you go, that's it. That is the Amsteel daisy chain accessory holder. Here's a quick weight comparison between the DIY Hiss strap and the DIY Amsteel daisy chain. Here's the Hiss strap first. 7 ounces, which is very light and pretty compact. And here's the new daisy chain that I built. 0.8 ounces, and it's a lot more compact. The old one that I made is even a little lighter. 0.7 ounces. This one's just a little longer than that one, so a little bit more weight. But they pack into just about nothing, and they hardly weigh a thing. So that's your weight comparison. Hey, we want to thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. This is our dog, Kimber, and she decided she wanted to come up and be in the video. So that was the DIY Amsteel daisy chain, and I've seen them for sale for between $15 and $20. And doing it yourself, you can probably do it for about $5 or $6. And you can say, hey, I did that. So it's something that if you can do on your own. It's not that hard. Get yourself some Amsteel and do some Brembo locks, and you got it. So hey, we want to thank you for watching the video. We want to tell you that we really appreciate you spending your time checking out what we're doing, and I just want to let you know that it is appreciated. Hey, if you could like the video, share the video, or comment on the video, that'd be great. And another great thing for you to do would be to subscribe. We're climbing slowly on the subscriptions, the subscribers, and we're trying to get up to 1,000. And but first, we're going to try to start to get to 250. So that's our first goal. We're at almost I think 130 right now. So any friends, family, anybody that's just taking a look, it doesn't take that much to hit the subscribe button. We would appreciate that, and we're going to keep sending videos your way. We've deer season is here, archery season, and we're going to start working on hopefully getting some content in the woods. So we just want to thank you for watching. Oh yeah, thank them. Oh, thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see you on the next one. Just want to let you know that we love you, and we're thankful for you, and God loves you, and we will see you next time. See you later. Say bye, Kimber. Bye, Kimber. Yeah. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good job. You're a movie star. All right, let's go downstairs and get that grandbaby.